All right, we're going to talk some commodities here with Scott Bauer, but seeing as how he's one of our go-to crypto guys as well, the CEO of Prosper Trading Academy. Let's get our Bitcoin chat out of the way here, Scott.
All right.
What's the deal? The corners loved it at 65, but they don't love it below 40?
Got a question for you. Is Elon becoming a little irrelevant in terms of moving the market now? You know, Elon's never irrelevant. Maybe that's the wrong word, but you know, he's trying to, it seems like, pump this up now after the big fall off. And I don't know that the market is really reacting to him so much. You know, there's, Oliver, you've been spot on. You called the top, you called the bottom. You know, it disconnecting itself, in my opinion, a little bit from the overall market trade, which I think is a really, really good thing. I think the crypto trade should start disconnecting itself. You know, the risk on, risk off doesn't necessarily have to be associated crypto to equities to the bond market. I think we're starting to see that.
And it kind of needs to at this point, it seems like, right? Scott, so is there a trade that approach that you think makes sense, or should one wait until the debris has cleared from that last explosion?
I mean, I think that we move pretty big one way or the other here. You know that we get range bound, you know, whether that range was 50 to 60 just a month ago. Now it's, you know, maybe it's 31 to 40 now. And we probably stay there, in my opinion, unless some more really, really significant news comes out, probably stay there for the next week or two. And then the big question is, what's the next move? Is it down to 23 or is it back up to 50? So that is what I see in the cards. You know, anyone's guess as to which way it's going. There definitely still is some big whale interest down at the 30, 31 level here. I don't know what happens at 37, 38 where we're at right now.
Okay. Interesting. Kind of spring coiling again a little bit here. Not as long as we went from, you know, Feb to April at those levels. But when it does move out of a range, it does it so everybody knows
quickly
about it. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, Scott, what about the agricultural commodity story here that we've seen fade a little bit alongside lumber?
Yeah.
I mean, corn just really face planting today, down 5.6%. I mean, it only takes it back to late April levels, but still a pretty big move.
Yeah, and it's kind of the perfect storm. You know, a lot of people were looking for a reason to short the commodity space, whether it's lumber like you were talking about, or corn or soybean. And with the agriculture report that came out yesterday, that is so incredibly bearish for the price of corn, for the price of soybean. So they came out and they said that farmers planted, I want to say, is 90% of intended corn acres, and way above the 5-year average, what they were talking about. So that, coupled with a lot of rain that the Midwest has seen here, boy, oh boy, that was kind of the perfect storm for you know, shorts coming in. And maybe it was a case that some of the shorts got their, you know what's handed to them on the way up, but this was a perfect storm to the way down here. So soybeans also dropped on the heels of the corn prices that we saw accelerating below their recent lows. They breached technical support levels, like you said, the lowest they've traded since you know, mid-April or so. But I think it's really the combination of the planting, the rain, and, you know, just an amazing reason to be able to short maybe a space here that has just run its course for the time being.
And I think that's a pretty interesting suggestion, right? I mean, if it's run its course, these could be pretty big moves, as we've seen, you know, big runs reverse. I mean, look, we're just talking Bitcoin. I mean, you know, whatever. We don't have to try and make any type of macro connection, but the idea is we've had a lot of large percent increases in some of these asset classes over the last 5-6 months, and these inflationary themes in the commodity space have been one of the most pronounced ones. Scott, how do you think about trading like potential real reversal from such a powerful uptrend like that?
It's real difficult when you see such a quick reversal, right? I want to see corn now maybe stabilize a little bit before I would determine what my next move is. You know, we did break through, like I said, some technical support here, but maybe that was a little bit overdone on the downside, much like we've seen over the last few months to the upside here. So, you know, what a trader really looks for to try and maybe get ahead of something is looking for a pattern here, and I want to look for a pattern of some consolidation. I don't think the inflationary run is over yet. The inflationary theme to the commodity space is over yet. So I like to buy the dip here. But again, I don't want to just, I don't want to be the one to catch a falling knife. I'd rather maybe buy it a little bit on the way back up than try and pick the bottom on this sell-off here.
Okay. All right. Like that note, Scott, always thanks for the ideas on how to implement a view. Mr. Bauer, CEO, Prosper Trading Academy. A little Bitcoin mixed in with some commodities.